My fellow Democrats, my fellow Texans, my fellow American, I stand before you tonight as a young American, a proud American. Now, like many of you, I watched the last week's Republicans conventions. They told a few stories of individual success. We all celebrate individual success, but the question is, how do we multiply that success? The answer is President Barack Obama. We now know that in our free market economy, some will prosper more than others. What we don't accept is the idea that some folks won't even get a chance. And that thing is, Mitt Romney and the Republican Party are perfectly comfortable with that. In fact, that's exactly what they're promising us. All of the fictions we heard last week in Tampa, the one I find most troubling is, if we all go our own way, our nation will be stronger for it. Because if we sever the threads that connect us, the only people who go far and those who are already ahead. We all understand that freedom isn't free. What Romney and Ryan don't understand is that neither is the opportunity we have to invest in it. Mitt Romney just doesn't get it, but Barack Obama gets it. He understands that when we invest in people, we are investing in our shared prosperity. And when we neglect that responsibility, we risk our promise as a nation. It's a choice between a country where the middle class pays more so that the millionaires can pay less, or a country where everybody pays their fair share, so we can reduce the deficit and create the jobs of the future. This is the choice before us, and to me, to my generation, and for all generations to come, our choice is clear. Our choice is a man who's always chosen us, a man who already is our president, Barack Obama. In the end, the American dream is not a sprint or even a marathon, but a relay. Our families don't always cross the finish line in the span of one generation, but each generation passes on to the next the fruits of their labor. And with the opportunity we build today for a shared prosperity tomorrow, America will prevail. It begins with the re-electing Barack Obama. It begins with you. It begins now. Que Dios los bendiga. May God bless you, and may God bless America.
Over the past few years, as a First Lady, I had the extraordinary privilege of traveling all across this country. Every day, the people I meet inspire me. Every day they make me proud. Every day they remind me how blessed we are to live in this greatest nation on earth. Today, after so many struggles and triumphs, and moments that we have tested my husband in a way I never could have imagined, I had seen firsthand that being president doesn't change who you are. It's reveal who you are. We're thinking about the pride that comes from a hard day's work. That is why he cut taxes for working families and small businesses and fought to get the auto industry back on its feet. That's how he brought our economy from the brink of collapse to creating new jobs, jobs you can raise a family on. Good jobs right here in the United States of America. When it comes to the health of our families, Barack refuses to listen to all those folks who told him to leave health reform for another day. And our president, he didn't care. Whether he was the easy things to do for politically, that's not how he was raised. He cared that he was the right thing to do. He did it because he believes that here in America, our grandparents should be able to afford their medicine. Our kids should be able to see a doctor when they're sick. And no one in this country should go broke because of accident or illness. And we believe that women are more than capable of making our choices about our bodies and our health care. That's what my husband stands for. Let us never forget that doing the impossible is this history. This nation is who we are as Americans. It's how this country was built. And we want to give all our children a foundation for their dreams, and opportunities worthy for their promise. If we want to give them what sense of limitless possibility, that belief that here in America there is always something better out there if you're willing to work for it, then we must work like never before. And we must once again come together and stand together for the man we can trust to keep moving this great country forward. My husband, our President Barack Obama. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Fellow Democrats, we are here to nominate a president, and I've got one in mind. I want to nominate a man who ran for president to change the course of an already weak economy. And just 6 weeks before his election, he saw it suffer the greatest collapse since the Great Depression. A man who stopped the slide into depression and put us on a long road to recovery. This is a man with a cool outside and burns for America on the inside. I want Barack Obama to be the next President of the United States. And I proudly nominate him to be the standard bearer of the Democratic Party. We Democrats, we think the country works better with a strong middle class, with real opportunities for poor folks to work their way into it. With a relentless focus on the future, with business and government actually working together to promote growth and broadly spread prosperity. You see, we believe we are all in this together, which is a better philosophy than you're on your own. So who's right? Since 1961, for 52 years now, the Republicans have led the White House for 28 years, Democrats 24. In those 52 years, our private economy has produced 66 million private sector jobs. So who's winning? Republicans, 24 million. Democrats, 42. There is a reason for this. It turns out advancing equal opportunity and economic empowerment is both morally right and economically. My fellow Americans, all of this in the Grand Hall, everyone watching at home, when we vote in this next election, we'll be deciding what kind of country we want to live in. If you want a country of shared opportunities and responsibilities, and a we're all in this together society, you should vote for Barack Obama and Joe Biden. If you want every American to vote, and you think it is wrong to change voting procedures just to reduce the turnout for the poor, younger, minorities, and disabilities, you should vote Barack Obama. My fellow Americans, if that is what you want, if that is what you believe in, you must vote to re-elect President Barack Obama.
Hello, my fellow Democrats. And Bo, I want to thank you for putting my name in nomination to be Vice President of the United States. I accept. With great honor and pleasure, I accept. Thank you. Thank you. My fellow Americans, tonight what I really want to do is talk to you about my good friend Barack Obama. I want to show you the character of a leader who had what it took when the American people literally stood on the brink of a new depression. A leader who has what it takes to lead us over the next 4 years to a future as great as our people. 4 years ago, the middle class was already losing ground. And then the bottom fell out. The financial crisis hit us like a sledgehammer on all the people I grew up with. You remember the headlines. From the very moment President Obama sat behind his desk, resolute in the Oval Office, he knew he had not only to restore the confidence of a nation, but he had to restore the confidence of the world. And he also knew that one false move could bring a run on the banks or a credit collapse to put another several million people out of work. America and the world needed a strong president with a steady hand and with the judgment and vision to see us through. Look, folks, President Obama and Governor Romney, they're both loving husbands. They're both devoted fathers. But let's be straight here. They bring a vastly different vision and a vastly different value set to the job. Ladies and gentlemen, bravery resides in the heart of Barack Obama, and time again, I witnessed him summon it. This man had courage in his soul, compassion in his heart, and a spine of steel. And because of all the actions he took, because of all the calls he made, because of all the determination of American workers and the unparalleled bravery of our special forces, we can now proudly say what you've heard me say the last 6 months. Osama bin Laden is dead and General Motors is alive. Folks, we know we need to work more. We know we're not there yet. So I say to you tonight with absolute confidence, America's best days are ahead. And yes, we are on our way. And in light of that horizon, for the values that define us, for the ideals that inspire us, there is only one choice. The choice is to move forward, boldly forward, and finish the job and re-elect President Barack Obama. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you. Michelle, I love you so much. A few nights ago, I was reminded just what a lucky man I am. Maida, Sasha, we are so proud of you. And yes, you do have to go to school in the morning. Joe Biden, thank you for being the best vice president I could ever hope for, and for being a strong and loyal friend. Madam Chairman, delegates, speech class, I accept your nomination as President of the United States of America. I can't do it alone. And it starts by you, citizens of the United States of America, to go out there and vote for me, Barack Obama, as your president for the next 4 years of the United States of America. Thank you, and God bless the United States of America.